Welcome dear students. In this video I am going to explain about pressure in fluids. Let us start first with a word called thrust. The term thrust, first we will understand this and then we can understand about pressure. So what is thrust? Thrust is a force. If it is a force, then why we are using the different word for it? It is a force which is acting normal to the surface. So a force which acts normal 90 degree to a surface is known as thrust. Suppose it is a surface and a force is acting perpendicular to this surface is known as the thrust. So force is only the thrust when it is acting perpendicular to the surface. As I said, it is a force, so its unit is also same as that of the force. Means thrust is measured in Newton. So SI unit of thrust is Newton and CGS unit of thrust is dyne. Now let us see what is pressure. Pressure. We can define pressure as pressure is the thrust per unit area. Thrust per unit area, or we can write P is equals to F by A. So pressure is equals to thrust by area. We can now see the unit of pressure. So what are the various units of pressure? As we know, force is measured in Newton and area is measured in meter square. So the unit of pressure is Newton per meter square, or we can say it as a Pascal. So Pascal is the SI unit of pressure. Now we can define what is 1 Pascal. So definition of 1 Pascal. So as I said, Pascal, 1 Pascal is the pressure. So if a force of 1 Newton, acting perpendicular to a unit area, then the pressure exerted on that area is said to be 1 Pascal. So we can define 1 Pascal is the pressure exerted on an area of 1 meter square if a force of 1 Newton acts perpendicular on that surface. So this is 1 Pascal. If we will talk about its CGS unit, so CGS unit of force is dyne and area is measured in centimeter square. So dyne per centimeter square is the CGS unit of pressure. So this is the SI unit and dyne centimeter square is the CGS unit of pressure. This pressure is also measured in some other units like bar. 1 bar equals to 10 to the power 5 Pascal. So bar is a bigger unit of pressure, or we can use 1 millibar. 1 millibar is equals to 10 to the power 2 Pascal. So these are the bigger unit of pressure. Pressure, atmospheric pressure is also measured in the height of liquid column or height of mercury column. So we can say the atmospheric pressure is measured in centimeter of mercury column. Like we are telling, the atmospheric pressure is 76 centimeter of Hg, mercury. Atmospheric pressure is also measured in torr. So 1 torr is equals to 1 millimeter of Hg column, mercury column. So this is the unit of atmospheric pressure. Atmospheric pressure is also measured in atmosphere, and we can write 1 atmosphere, 1 atm is equals to, we can write it as 1.013 into 10 to the power 5 Pascal. So this is 1 atmospheric pressure. So these are the different units of pressure. Now we will see the factors on which the pressure depends. So pressure depends on two factors, that is the force acting on the surface, that is thrust, perpendicular force acting on the surface, and the second one is the area on which this thrust acts. We can see pressure is directly proportional to the force. So as the thrust or force will increase, pressure will also increase, and pressure is inversely proportional to the area, surface area. So as the surface area will increase, pressure will decrease, and if the area will decrease, so pressure will increase. So if it is asked what are the ways to increase the pressure, so we can say we can reduce the area, pressure will increase. And if it is asked how we can reduce the pressure, so pressure can be reduced by increasing the area. In our general life, day-to-day life, we are using this concept. So let us see some examples from our day-to-day life. Like, it is easier to cut vegetables and fruits with a sharp knife. The reason is that sharp knife having very less surface area. So area is less, pressure exerted will be more, and we can cut it very easily. Another example I am telling, that means reduction of this area pressure. In this we can use like the buildings. When the high-rise buildings are there, the foundation are made very broad. The reason is that area will be more, then pressure exerted on the ground will be less. So these are the certain concepts which we use in our day-to-day life. Now the next term I am going to explain, which is our today's topic. This is only about what I explained, that is about the basic concepts of pressure. Now I am going to explain about the pressure in fluids. So before that we must know what is fluid. Anything that can flow is called fluid. Anything that can flow is called fluid. For example, gases. Second example, liquids. Gases and liquids are the fluids. Now we will see the pressure in fluids. So the pressure exerted by a fluid is known as the fluid pressure. The pressure exerted by a fluid is called the fluid pressure. Now this fluid pressure depends on three terms. The first one is the density of the fluid, second one is the acceleration due to gravity, and third one is the height of fluid or liquid, height of the liquid in the container. So how it depends, let us see. So I am going to explain about fluid pressure or pressure exerted by a liquid column. Let us see the next point. Pressure exerted by a liquid column. Let a container containing a liquid, suppose it is filled till this level. Let this liquid height is h and the density of the liquid is rho. Let us consider the height of the liquid is h and density of the liquid is rho. So what we can, and this area of this base, let us consider the area of base is A. So as we know, pressure is equals to thrust by area. So thrust means force. The weight of the liquid is equals to the thrust. So we can write weight of the liquid column, that W is equals to mg. We know this one. As children, we know density is equals to mass by volume. So we can write mass is equals to rho into V. And if we will substitute here, so we will get W is equals to rho Vg, where rho is the density of the liquid, V is the volume of the liquid, and G is the acceleration due to gravity. More if you will see, weight is equals to rho is same, G is same. If we will calculate the volume, so look at this is just like a cylindrical volume. So volume of cylinder is pi r square h. So h is the height and pi r square is the area of base. So we can write AH. So at the place of volume we can substitute AH. So we can write A into H. So this is the weight or the thrust exerted by the liquid on its base. As we know, pressure is equals to force by area. So we can write at the place of force rho A H G and area of base is A. It will be cancelled and we will get from there P is equals to rho G H. So it is the pressure exerted by a liquid column. As I said, the pressure exerted by a liquid column depends on three factors: density of the liquid, acceleration due to gravity, and height of the liquid. Let us see some applications or consequences in our day-to-day life. The pressure experienced by a body in sea or in river at the same depth, if we will find it, we will find that the pressure exerted by the sea water will be more than the pressure exerted by the river water in same depth. The reason is that the density of the river water is less than the density of the sea water. So in case of sea water exerts more pressure. Similarly, if as like we have seen that sea divers always wears a special suit when they go deep inside the sea. The reason behind that, when they go very deep inside the sea, the volume of water above him or the height of liquid, the height of free surface of the liquid from them is much. So as the height will increase, so pressure will also increase. So they experiences a very tremendous pressure. That's why they wear special diving suits to protect himself from a huge tremendous pressure. Next one, we will also see that whenever the dams are prepared, dams are built, the dams base are made very broad, because as the dams, if a dam contains a huge much water, then what happens? The dams are prepared in such a way that its base is much thicker. Why so? Because as we will see, this is the height and this is the dam water. So what is happening in this case? At this place the pressure exerted is much more than the pressure exerted at the top. So base are prepared so thick so that they can bear such a huge pressure and it will not break. That's why the base of the dams are made very broad. Next, one more application I am going to explain, that is when we will observe a bubble, when it increases, when it rises in a liquid, a bubble from there, in a sea or in a lake or a river, if a bubble rises, so we will find when the bubble rises, its size increases. The reason behind it is that at this depth it experiences a huge pressure. As it is rising up, the pressure on it will decrease, and at this place the pressure will be less than the pressure exerted at this place. So as it is rising, the pressure exerted by the liquid will decrease, and so the inside pressure will become greater and its size will slowly increase. That's why whenever a bubble rises in a lake or a river, its size slowly increases. So this is all about pressure in fluid and the factors on which the pressure depends. So three factors: density, acceleration due to gravity, and height of the free surface of the liquid. So in this video, this much only, students. Thank you, students. Thank you for watching.